Hello, I'm TurbulentTy, and welcome to a Turbulent Guide. Well, it sounded better in my head. But, welcome to a Let's Do Brewery guide. With this guide, you'll need a few plants in order to start off with. And so, two of them are going to be wheat and brown mushrooms. These are from the vanilla game. And the other three are going to be hops, barley, and corn. And a particular thing about the hops is in order for them to grow higher, you will actually have to attach rope above them so that it hangs down. You just attach it from a fence post to another fence post, and then it will automatically just hang down for you. To craft the rope, you'll need 2 pieces of string and 1 piece of barley. You just put that in your crafting table like so, and it will craft the rope for you. You just hang it up there. And if you're wondering on where you can get these type of seeds, you can either find them out in the wild, or you can give a villager the brewmaster job. They will sell you 2 random seeds, and then they'll sell you other stuff as you level them up as well. So it's a good place to start if you're having trouble finding the stuff in the wild. In order to give them the job, what you'll need is a bar counter. You craft this by putting 7 planks on the crafting bed like so. Crafting bench. And that will give you that. Alright, and so now, after you get your product, your crops and everything like that, you're going to have to dry them. So to dry them, you're going to take them, and you are going to put them in a wooden silo. Now to craft a wooden silo, what you'll do is you just put 9 planks, fill the crafting table with 9 planks. And this will get you a wooden one. And now, what you can do is you can also stack these on top of each other like so. Big differences is however high you stack it is how many you can dry at one time. So, for this instance, you'll first have to open the little doors. And then, say I put one in, it'll only take 1 corn in here, but if I go over here, it will take 3 corn if you look at that number that just kind of went down there. And you'll just kind of wait for them to dry. It doesn't take too long. See, it's already done there with that one. And that one as well. And then what you can also do too is like, say you have a really big one and you want to let it dry, but you don't want them to all pop out at once. What you can do is you can just kind of fill them all up, close these doors, and then even when they're ready, they won't pop out until you open the door again. The other thing too is you can actually upgrade your wooden silo to a copper silo. To do that, what you need is you actually need a smithing table. You need the Century template smithing. This is the Century armor trim. You find these in the pillager outposts and such. So you'll need one of those. You will actually need a wooden silo itself, and then you'll need a copper ingot. And you'll just kind of put that in the crafting table like so. And here I'll just do a little demonstration. So, if you wanted to upgrade it, you just put it like here. And that would give you the copper silo. We don't actually need to do that at the moment since we have some up there. And then just to kind of show you, see how we kind of walked away. Now when I open this, they should pop out just like so. I guess it was a little too close, but you can see it did go up there as they popped out. So, you'll have to dry all of your crops before you can actually start brewing. You'll also need to make a brewing station. Now, to make a brewing station, you'll have to put a furnace, 2 cauldrons on top of some wooden planks, and you'll have to put an iron ingot up at the top. And that will get you a brewing station, which is right here. Looks just like this. And now to actually brew, you'll have to do the recipes. We'll do the recipes here. I have the recipes all laid out in a moment. But what you would have to do, you will need a source of fuel and then the ingredients themselves. We'll just start off simple. We'll just make some hops. So what you're going to do is you're going to just put in 3 hops. You'll also need a bucket of water, and I'd recommend an empty bucket as well. You can use charcoal or coal. So after you put your hops in, you'll put in 1 bucket of water. You'll come around to the furnace over here. You'll put one in there. And now what it's going to do is going to start like a little mini game here. As things go off, you'll have to activate them with, like right here, the water's up, so you have too much water in there. You have to pull it out. And then you'll just kind of right click on them as they activate. So now it's not enough water. And as you can see, for whatever reason, there seems to be some kind of like water bucket duplication thing going on. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully it'll be patched if you're watching this at a later date. Because just from playing with this in the game, it kind of... It gets... well, you have to activate that. But they stack up really fast. So, alright, and this is how you have your finished product right here. But now, in order to get it out, you're going to have to craft some mugs. And to do that, you're going to put planks in just like so on your crafting table, like right here. I forgot to grab planks, so I'm just going to be borrowing these. And then you'll just put them in here, like that, and this will get you 8 of them. And then what you do is just go over and you just right click, and that will fill them up. And it varies depending on what you get and how well you respond to the quick time events and everything like that. But it gives us some hops beer. So that is the process of actually brewing. I'm just getting rid of some of these again. You can stay in case I need you. But there are other recipes too. So what we did was hops. That was just all ingredients were the hops. You can also make a wheat beer by using 2 dried wheat and 1 hop and a bucket of water in the brewing station. We have the barley, which 2 barley, 1 hop, bucket of water. The hops, one we just did, which is just 3 hops. And then there is a Haley beer. Now this is going to be a late game beer because it actually requires 2 popped chorus fruit and 1 hop and a bucket of water. Now also, there are upgrades to your brewing station as well. If you want to brew any of the whiskeys, you'll actually have to use the copper or higher, which is the netherite. In my current version, the netherite actually doesn't do very much. But I actually just checked the patch notes about a week ago. They just fixed it. So it actually, what the netherite one will do, it will give you higher quality brews. It just isn't effective in this one because I haven't updated my mod yet. But like I said, it just went live about a week ago. They updated and made this so it had a bug in it where it was just basically just acted as the copper still. But it doesn't matter. It'll give you higher quality now. So, but to actually upgrade it, what you'll do is you'll need the smithing table again. And it'll be the same smithing century armor trim, which again you get from the pillager outpost. You'll just put this in there along with your actual brewing station. And so just to kind of show you again. You'll put all these in there, and then if you were to click right here, it'd give you the copper brewing station. And so that is how you would do the upgrades for that. Now, to brew whiskeys, it's pretty much going to be the same process as what you're doing for the regular ones, but the recipes are a little bit different. For these, in order to do the whiskeys, you'll have to have at least the copper still, and then you'll have to have brown mushrooms for most of the recipes. You'll just kind of switch that out with hops. So for the bottle of Jojanic, you'll need 2 dried barley, a brown mushroom, and a bucket of water. For the bottle of Christel Walker whiskey, you will need 2 dried corn, a brown mushroom, and a bucket of water. The bottle of Mago Allen, you will need 2 dried wheat, a brown mushroom, and a bucket of water. For the bottle of Lily 2 single malt whiskey, you will actually need 1 dried wheat, 1 dried barley, 1 brown mushroom, and your bucket of water. For the bottle of Chorus Con label, you will need 1 dried wheat and 1 dried corn and 1 brown mushroom and 1 bucket. And that's what will get you the whiskeys for this mod as well. Make sure, double check, just make sure. Yeah, so that'll be all the whiskeys. Now there are a few foods as well. So you have potato salad, which you'll just craft in your crafting bench with a beet and a baked potato, regular Minecraft baked potato and regular beet. Now there's also a half chicken a la hadriao. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. How you get this is you actually have to, it is a drop from a beer elemental spawn. Or I'm sorry, it's just from a beer elemental. The spawn is the spawn keg part. That was just as an example. I put that as a reminder. But how to do that, basically what you'll do is you will just put everything in here, get it ready to go. And then you'll light it and you'll ignore it. Now we'll just kind of continue on in a moment here. I'm sure we'll have an elemental spawn behind me. But they have a few other chickens too. They have fried chicken, which is just cooking, cooked chicken again. And same with the pork knuckle, you'll just recook your cooked pork chop. Sausage, you'll recook your steak. Now there's also mashed potatoes. In order to get the mashed potatoes, you actually have to buy these from the brewmaster down there. And I believe it's about 7 emeralds is what it will cost you. However, once you get this, you can recook them, the mashed potatoes, and you'll get dumplings. Now, there's also a pretzel, which you'll arrange in a crafting bench, just like so. And this will get you the pretzel. There. There's also a gingerbread. This is just kind of like a decoration. You'll arrange it, the wheat, in a crafting bench as well. This is just kind of like that. Oh, and then if you look over here, our beer elemental has spawned. And then it might actually get me because I didn't put any armor on for this. Alright. So, I was kind of anticipating that, but again, I had no armor. But anyway, this is how you get that chicken right there. That is how you get it as a drop. And he will sometimes drop you some pattern wool as well. This is also in the mod pack. We'll get to how to actually make that later too if you want to. Moving on, there are actually some cosmetics that are introduced in this mod pack as well. And you will get these from the brewmasters there. And so they don't sell all of them. You'll need more than one because they'll just kind of sell 2 random ones as they get to the master and expert levels of the tradings. And so as you see there, and then if we go over here, this one has the dress and the hat, and then this one had the blouse and the hat and shoes, and yeah. So you'll need more than one brewmaster if you want to get the whole set of the clothing. Now, each brew also has its own status effect too, and we have that back in here. And so, just clear that out so we get a fresh inventory. Now, the barley beer will actually give you pint charisma, and what this does is it gives you better prices. So if you look like right here, he has 32 or 37 out of the, instead of the 32. We give this a drink. We talked to him again, and it brought it down a little bit to a 34. And I had also weakened him earlier. If you look at his hearts in the top left, I was testing some other stuff, so that's why he's kind of mad at me. Now, there's another one, a Snow White. Ooh. Now there's the Snow White effect. And what this does is basically it lets your farm animals follow you around. So like say we'll just let him out and Wilbur's not doing much, just kind of sitting there. We'll drink one of these. And now he's going to follow me wherever I go. It's almost if I had a carrot in my hand, even though I don't. Let's see if I can put him back in there. So there's that one. Next one is the party starter. So now what this one does is when you consume it and you punch a mob, a firework will go off. So we'll give this a little drink and we punch. Yeah. It does a little extra damage too, I believe, as well. So there's that. Now, we have Toxic Touch. What this one will do is when you punch a mob, it will give it poison. And I'm just going to kind of wait for my party starter effect to wear off here. There we go. So we'll give this one a drink. And now if you look at the top right, when I give them a punch right there, they'll get poison 3. And that will just kind of, well, happen as poison, as regular poison will take them down to half a heart. And it'll just kind of stay there. Next we have Protective Touch, which when this one give you, it'll give absorption to the mob, which I'm not sure how well it will show. Well, it's not really showing on the top left, but if you look at them right there, I'm not actually hurting them. So that's just kind of giving some extra hearts, I believe. It's just not showing the top left. But that's what absorption does, kind of like the golden apple there. Then we have Renewing Touch, which again we're just going to wait for this to wear off. There we go. And so what this does is it's going to give regeneration. So we give them a punch, and then oops. So give them a punch, and if you look at the top left there, you can see their hearts actually just going up. Then we have Healing Touch, which this one is just going to just kind of give them just instant health. Okay, the effect's gone. So when you give them a punch with this, it just instantly just gives them a heal. Alright, next we have the Haley beer, which I had to kind of take it out of that room because I didn't really have a place to demonstrate it in there. But this will give you the Amorous Glide effect. And so this one kind of gives you like slow falling here, where you're immune to fall damage. So that's what that one does. And it kind of makes sense with, you know, with the chorus fruit in the end and everything like that. But yeah, so that's what that one does. Now there are a few other blocks that are in this mod pack as well. I kind of saved them for the end because these are mostly cosmetic. There is the regular cabinet. These all will, not all, but most will have a little storage. The cabinet has storage. You will craft this with 6 planks and 3 barrels. We have the drawer, which you will craft with 7 planks and 2 barrels. So you have the sideboard, which is crafted with 5 planks and 1 chest. And this does have storage as well. Then there is the wall cabinet, which is crafted with 4 planks and 2 barrels. And then you have the breathalyzer, which is just crafted with an iron nugget and then 1 redstone. And to use this, basically you just kind of like just hold it, and eventually you'll see the little green light saying that I am easy, I guess this is what's classifying me as. So we'll drink a couple of these. And you can see we get a little distortion going on right there. And we got red. So I'm in the danger zone. Which this is actually the blackout effect, if I remember correctly. Yep, and so what happens is if you drink too much and blackout you can wake up in kind of like a random area, which I got lucky and just kind of woke up outside of where I was demonstrating there, but I can be back in there in 1 second. Then we have the big barrel, which you'll just craft with just more smaller barrels, and then it will give you a big barrel with big barrel storage. And then a few others that I just kind of ran out of room for are the bench, which you'll just craft like that with just 5 wooden planks. It'll give you 2 benches. Then there's the table, which you'll craft just like so, and the letter T there, capital T, for TurbulentTy. And then there is the checkered pattern wool, craft like so. And then if you want that in carpet, you'll just do that, and then you'll get the carpet. Alright, if you made it this far, I hope this helped you. Thank you for watching my little guide on the Let's Do Brewery mod. And as one final thing before I go, I'd like to present you with the Completionist Wall Banner. Hopefully this will help you earn your own. You'll be able to place that high in your tavern. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.